10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. First down here for the offense. The give to the tailback. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Tigers pick up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on a 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. On the move, it's Young. Discards a man. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Leaves it with the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Bulldogs in the hurry-up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Let's see what they've got on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. No huddle offense to the line.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Ready to get the 1st down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hoyer. Look out, he's got room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. The score, Auburn 7, Mississippi State 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Burns. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a miss.
Firing to the right, complete. Gets away from one, finds some space. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They go to the ground, running with power. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air on first down. Trying to get to it. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Hoyer. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Scrambling away. Throws to the back. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle. It's Hoyer. Got enough space. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. He's looking for an open man on second down. It's complete. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Mississippi State right back to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon.
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another.
Number 28 in the end zone.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35. Mississippi State, 21.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the grab. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. Here comes the 2-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move. At the 40, there he goes. And he breaks into the open. The 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
That makes the score Auburn 46, Mississippi State 27.
The kickoff unit about to go to work.
33 set to kick this one away.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. And he's running in the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hoyer. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Let's See if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Lets it fly. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Makes his connection. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Complete to the left. At the 45, on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. Buys a little time. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal.
Black 24. Black 20. Longer. Up arrow. Arrow. Igloo.
Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback keeps it. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Auburn just trying to run out the clock. DB's right up on the receivers. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Running it to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the